Welcome back to the channel, guys. So with the well publicized lottery scamming epidemic sweeping across Jamaica, and we're seeing where many Jamaicans would have indulged in the practice, and a couple of them were extradited to the United States a few weeks ago. Persons would be of the opinion that lottery scamming existed or started in Jamaica from Jamaica just began, you understand, but there are countries who have been leading the lottery scam long before Jamaica. Nigeria is one country that comes to mind. Now we're seeing where people would believe that Jamaicans are immune to scam. That is not the case. Many Jamaicans get scammed on a regular basis. You understand what I say? We're seeing now where a elderly Jamaican, 65-year-old Dorothy Edge, who lives in the United States, in New York, was the victim of a scam recently where she was scammed for a life savings of US $28,000. Now, it all unfolded when somebody approached her, a lady, saying that she was from South Africa, approached her on the street saying that she was in a situation where her visa was going to be expiring soon and she had to go back to South Africa, but she could not take some money that she would have gotten via inheritance with her, and she wanted to donate $100,000 to charity. You understand? And she asked Miss Edge to donate the money for her. Miss Edge, who was a little bit on edge, decided that she would help, especially when a gentleman who was posing as a pastor decided that he would help her to donate the money as well. Now we're seeing where Miss Edge would have turned over her $28,000, and just to show that she had the money and wouldn't take the money that the lady wanted to donate for herself, she would have given them the money, and they apparently gave her back a bag with her money. She's assuming, but when she searched it, it was shredded newspaper wrapped up. This is how it went down.
A tear runs down Dorothy Edge's face today, almost 3 weeks since police say these scammers stole her entire life savings, $28,000.
I'm calling myself stupid, and I don't want anybody who's as stupid as me to really get scammed.
The trick might sound familiar. Edge says on May 11th, this woman stopped and asked her for directions on the corner of Nostrand and Church Avenues, then divulged she's from Africa and just inherited a lot of money, but she can't take it home.
She cannot take back the money to South Africa because the government will confiscate it.
Then the woman stops this man walking by who was dressed like a pastor. She recites her tale again, and the pastor offers to donate the money for the African heiress. And to prove he won't steal it, the pastor asks Edge for help.
The man with the Bible in his hand to say he's a pastor. And he's going to help. That's what caused me to trust them, the pastor.
From there, the so-called pastor drove Edge and the other woman here to 31st Street, where he jumped out of the car and came back with a bag full of his own cash to prove that he was trustworthy. Then he drove the woman to Edge's house so that she could do the same.
From 26 years I came in this country, I started saving that money. 26 years. And I went down there and I showed it to them, said, this is my money. If you leave the money with me, I would give it to St. Jude.
So Edge handed over her bag of money to prove her own honesty.
She put it in a black kerchief and she wrapped it up. And that is where the money switched.
But when she went home and opened it up, all she found were pieces of newspaper. The pastor and heiress were gone. Is there one, thing you've learned or taken away from this?
Yeah, not to trust anyone. No one at all.
Most scams involve a factor of greed from the victim, but Edge was trying to donate the money. What she gained? A bleaker outlook. In East Flatbush, Brooklyn, Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
65-year-old Jamaican scammed of life savings in the United States. a 65-year-old Jamaican woman resides in the United States who was getting ready to return to her homeland with her sick husband has lost her entire life savings of US $28,000 or approximately Jamaican 3.6 million to a pair of con artists, the New York Daily News has reported. Dorothy Edge said she earned the money from babysitting jobs and kept it in a striped socks inside her Brooklyn, New York home, something she started doing before she obtained her green card and could not open a bank account. Edge, whose husband, it is believed, suffers from dementia, told the newspaper she felt angry and ashamed that she allowed herself to be suckered by the two con artists, one of whom posed as a member of the clergy. I blame myself because I am stupid. I am downright stupid, Edge told the Daily News on Saturday. More than 2 weeks after the May 11 incident, it was a pastor, and that was the reason I did not suspect him, she added. Him you shouldn't suspect. The 65-year-old, in recounting her ordeal, revealed that she was returning to her home in East Flatbush when a woman who appeared to be in her 50s approached her and struck up a conversation. According to Edge, the woman claimed she was from South Africa and was in the US because her uncle had died. She said the woman claimed that her uncle left her $200,000 and she wanted to make a charitable donation but was unable to do it because she had to leave the country shortly. Edge told the newspaper that was when the woman's partner, a man who also appeared to be in his 50s with a Bible in his pocket and pretending to be a preacher, joined the conversation and promised to assist. If he had come up without the Bible and everything, I would have walked away, she said. The Bible. God sent me to you. Dorothy Edge said that the woman who conned her out of her money showed her documents that appeared legitimate and claimed that God sent me to meet you. Boy. She said the woman also told her that she approached her because she looked honest. Ed said she and the woman then accompanied the pastor to his car where he showed them cash he claimed total $40,000 to prove he could be trusted. We're not just no pastor. The two con artists then asked the Jamaican immigrant to prove the same. The New York Daily News reported, and that is when she took them to her apartment and handed over the $28,000 she had saved up to return to her homeland, and she don't know them. Edge reported that the two con artists wrapped her money in a handkerchief, blessed it, and placed it in the same bag they claim to have put their money. The newspaper reported that the two then switched the bags before handing one of them to Edge, with instructions to take back her $28,000 and take responsibility for donating the remainder. The elderly woman said she struggled to open the bag, but when she finally did, there was nothing but ripped up newspapers inside. I can't tell you what I think. My feet became very numb. I can't see myself in the mirror, Ed said after her discovery. Sadie, boy, may I tell you. But there are a couple of questions I mean I like to ask Miss Ed still. Very sad, but boy, may I tell you, never trust a pastor. I know that many persons, especially persons in the United States, would have fallen victim to scammers from Jamaica. If they see this or have seen this, they would probably say, "Ah, good for her." You understand? Because they would have been suffering at the hands of Jamaicans over the years. You understand what I say? But Miss Edge is saying that she genuinely wanted to help, man, and so she get caught. You understand what I say? But me have a few questions now. Why would Miss Edge have $28,000 at her home just to put on? Why, if it's a life saving, why is that? Why is it not in a financial institution, a regulated financial institution? You understand? How you can just take up $28,000 like somebody where you just meet on the street, or for sure somebody where you just meet on the street for whatever reason that I can't see through that. You understand? So I think she have to take some responsibility for this because she kind of careless, if you ask me. You understand, it harsh, but I true. Why the hell would I take up $28,000 to show somebody when I just meet on the street? You understand? If you want to donate some money, you donate some money. You don't need to see my money if you donate your money. I could have owe you. You understand? And then you see the funny thing is, and the irony in this is deep in the peeps. You hear the person who is working along with her, you see, who imposes as a pastor. But they shouldn't be surprised because pastors has been at the helm of scamming for eons. You understand? As religion has become a major scam in many places. You understand what I mean? So the irony in the man posing as a pastor is unreal. You understand? So Miss Edge is saying that she will never trust anyone again. I think Miss Edge kind of go over the edge too quickly. You understand? And she should have been a little bit more cognizant and a little bit more conscious. You understand me? I say. So it's sad. I know it's a woman from yard and she has worked as a nanny for a long period of her life, and she would have saved up that money hoping that she would have had a comfortable life. But she gave it away. Who is to be blamed? Nobody. You understand what I say? It really and truly, I know some people are going to teach them people they're wicked, but Miss Edge, give her money. You understand what I say? So people, the lesson here is that we have to be conscious, we have to be alert, we have to be cognizant of the fact that you have people finding ingenious ways to try and take our money. So we have to be on guard, we have to be on point, we have to be alert. You understand what I say? Miss Edge, just go and hold it still. Hope them find the perpetrators still. I don't necessarily think I get back the money there. You understand? They would have donated that money to their own personal desires. See, peeps. And yeah, they happen, but you can help me. Be careful. You understand? You see them peasy, police, pastor, politician. Me not just none of them boy, the rude boy. My God. Remember to like, share, subscribe. This is Steve saying, until next time, walk good.